So here I am in Rome. You can see the Colosseum behind me. Bun has wandered off somewhere in front, but we are here to run the Wizz Rome Half Marathon, the second part of our 2-week running tour. Welcome to PK's Run. So here we are. Welcome back to the channel, everybody. My name is Paul and I'm a 2:45 marathoner, but today I'm with Bun, who is just there, and we are lining up, or at least trying to find the starting pen for the Wizz Air Rome Half Marathon. Last week we were aiming to run a 2-hour 10-minute half in Bournemouth, and this morning we are going to try and beat the time that we got last week, which was 2 hours and 11 minutes. So we have a new strategy, a new plan. We are getting ourselves ready, we're getting ourselves set up. It's going to be a great day. Bern, how are you feeling about it?
Good. Keen, excited. A lot warmer compared to last week.
Yeah.
But, yeah, still race day jitters. Yeah.
So, like Bournemouth, this race starts in waves, and we are in the green wave as identified by our bib colour, green. Rather embarrassingly, our wave is the final wave before the race walkers. So, that's been a little humbling for both of us this morning. We have started Rome Half Marathon, thousands and thousands of runners, and we are going to have a great time. And Bern, yeah, Bern is already trying to get ahead of me. Very busy already. Lost Bern within the first 30 seconds. 2 hour 10 pace. Balloons just over there. If we don't trip over, it'll be a miracle. That is the first mile done, and it's pretty chaotic, I'll be honest. Lots of people, but we'll get there. These roads are lethal, but we're a mile in. Bun's still with me. We are a little bit behind at the moment, but we've got the balloons in front of us. We're going left at the moment. Just come through mile 2. Bun is doing brilliantly. We are just trying to find our groove more than anything else. It's pretty tricky, it's very busy, very humid, but so far so good. Everything is going to plan. I think we're slightly behind, but we'll catch it up. So let's talk a little bit about our game plan, or our strategy for this run. Today, last week we were trying to get 2:10 and we ended up with 2:11. Under Bun's guidance, I've set the pacing on my watch to 2:05, and we're going to run to 2:05 as long as we can and hope that we can still get over the line in 2:10. What is confusing is that we are currently ahead of our 2:05 pace, and yet we are behind the pacer for the 2:10s. So 2:10 paces, you've got some work to do. We have just come through 3 miles. That means we are a quarter of the way done, and a little bit. Bun's heart rate has peaked a little bit, so we're just going to ease back and try and settle into our groove, but he's doing really well.
Siamo lieti di dirvi che avete già percorso 5 chilometri e quindi adesso
quick water break.
un punto ristoro per voi. Bene,
Carnage. Paper cuts. Not being filled in time. We'll be back on our run very quickly. Yeah, thank you. Right, come on, let's go. This was not part of the plan. Mile about 3.75, and I'm having to stop for a wee. Bun is walking whilst he has his gel. I'm going to try and catch him up in a second. So high risk maneuver. But let's do, oh goodness me, pissing like a racehorse. Okay, bladder emptied. I've now got to try and find Burn. This could be interesting. I mean, I just got to look for the bald Asian dude, right? Should be easy. Okay, got a good vantage point here. Shit. This is bad news. Okay. We'll find him. We will find him. And if you can't see him, we'll definitely hear him. Mile 4. Not found Burn yet. Feeling a little bit nervous because either I've gone ahead of him and he is behind me and we're screwed, or he's way ahead of me and I can't find him and we're screwed. Option 3 is I'm just going to have to call his name. Burn! No response. I found him. I found him. The plan worked. Yes, Dad. Honestly, I couldn't stop pissing.
Oh, that's a soggy fist.
Yeah.
That's wet.
Yeah. We are just approaching the pyramid, which was built in 45 BC in honor of, I guess, a very narcissistic Roman. You can just see it there. In terms of, I've not seen any other pyramids other than the Pyramid Hotel in Vegas, and this is better than that. I believe there is a casino in there. So if this run doesn't go to plan, we're going to go in there, we're going to back black and make some money. So we are on the pavement now. We were on the main road and we got siphoned off. I think it was like a VIP only area that we're now running in. We've got some peace and quiet around us. First proper uphill of the race. Burn charging up it like a steam engine. And when I say that, it's more to do with the way he's breathing than his athletic performance. We have just come through mile 5. We are no, let's not confuse these here.
Oh man,
come on, Burn. We did this last week. We've still got 8 miles to go. 9 miles to 8 miles to go. We've got 8 miles to go. We're still doing well. Burn is battling. We are facing a little bit of uphill at the moment. I've actually had to whip him with the handle of my GoPro, which strangely enough he really enjoyed. We're just ploughing through, passing lots of ancient Roman relics. I believe this wall was built by Julius Caesar himself back in the olden days. You're cooked? Yeah, keep on going. Let's overcook you. Burn's cooked. We're coming up to 5.5 miles. Let's just talk about gear just for a few moments. Last weekend I was running in my New Balance Rebel 4s, which I've not done much running in actually, because they've got a slightly lower heel drop than I'm used to, and I find that they do just, I've not quite got used to that lower drop. My Achilles and calves hurt a bit today. I'm in the old faithful Nike Invincible Run 3. They're like the running equivalent of an armchair. So comfy, but perfect for a run like this. My feet are well looked after, well cushioned. Would I wear them for a fast effort? Not a chance, but they are great today. And Burn is wearing his New Balance 1080s?
Yeah, 1080s.
Which is actually, incidentally, that's our B target. If we don't make 210, we're going to be aiming for 1080. Been getting a few funny looks. Looks like there's sort of semi-arousal from the crowd, and I realise every once in a while a little bit of nipple slippage. People love it. Got no idea where we are. Doesn't really matter. We're just following everybody else. Just hope everybody else knows where they're going. That is mile 6 done. Burn, how are you feeling?
Trashed. Can't talk.
Okay.
Sorry.
Very few words.
That's aggressive.
We are still ahead of pace, which is good. Some great crowd support here at the halfway point. Whoa, come on! Okay, that doesn't work in Rome. Okay, cheeky little hill here. and then I think we go down onto the river. So that has been a lot more walking breaks so far. Bun is finding this a lot harder. His feet are really sore, his legs are tired. I think we both have eaten our body weight in pasta and pizza over the last 2 days as well, which I don't know if that helps us or not. But this morning I don't think either of us had particularly large volumes of breakfast, so I'm actually starving now. I only had a banana, and last week I had a full cooked breakfast, continental breakfast, and all sorts of other things. So, but this isn't about me, this is about Ben. It's going to be a mental battle to get ourselves to the finish line. That was mile 7. We are through in 1 hour and 10 minutes. So let you do the maths. You would have seen the mile splits anyway on the screen, so you'll know whether we're ahead or behind. I think we're ahead of 2:10, which is good. Just got to keep locking this in. Again, as I said at the start, the strategy was to run to 2:05 so that we've got plenty of time for Bun's walking breaks. One of the incredibly impressive things about Bun is honestly the sheer lack of mileage that he runs. He hasn't run at all this week. I'm not sure if he did very much the week before, but generally he's out running once or twice a week. And I have given him this encouragement, and if I could give you this encouragement, you can't fake it, you've got to do the miles. And what Bun is experiencing now isn't necessarily that he's unfit, it's not his aerobic fitness, it's not his strength. Look at him, he's built like a horse. This is all down to miles on the feet. You've just got to do the miles. So if you're thinking about training for a half marathon, you're thinking about training for a full marathon, I cannot emphasize enough getting out and doing a shit ton of low intensity, low heart rate, easy miles. To give you some sort of idea of where my heart rate is sitting at the moment, it's sitting at 125. My heart rate peaks more than that when I take a shit. So, 177. Bun's at 177. So, pretty much max. So, sucks to be Bun, huh? That is mile 8 done. Still a whisper ahead of target, but we are not in the hurt locker. We are the hurt locker. River just over there. We are now into kind of like the old city of Rome, so I think there's going to be plenty to see over the next few miles, which hopefully will keep Bun entertained. We are currently 32 seconds ahead of our target, which is 2:05. So we're actually 6.5 minutes ahead.
I heard that.
You didn't? He didn't hear that. So Bun, we just got overtaken by people pushing other people.
And you're just about to be overtaken by wheelchair
Oh!
as well.
Oh, come on, man. Come on. Well done, mate. Keep on going. Okay, I thought that might motivate him, but that didn't. That really demotivated him. Let's try a different tack. Let's keep moving, dude. Come on. Hang on. My tootsies are barking. Whew. All right. 3, locked in. 2, 1. Okay, we have just come through mile 9. We've got 4 miles to go. We are at 90 minutes, which means we've got 40 minutes to get through these final 4 miles. We need to be in or around 10-minute mile pace, and then we are home and dry. Quick gel stop going on here. Water. So we're having a little water break here. Reality is we burn a lot of time with these water breaks. Alright, dude. We got to shuffle.
C'è Spider-Man! Hi Spider-Man!
We are through 10 miles and all I can say is this is going to be very close. We just had a little walking break there for the water station. Bun threw his cup and it hit someone in the face, which was overly aggressive. But we're still moving, just 3 miles to go and we will be on the finish line. Allez, allez! Pronto, pronto! Oh. Mile 11 done. Bun is pushing hard. Really, very, very hard. But 2 miles to go. End is close. Just keep this moving, one foot in front of the other. Just keep thinking about each step. We've just gone past the sponge bath station. Neither of us have taken a sponge. All right, 2 seconds, 2 seconds. Come on, jog, slow jog. Come on, dude, you got this. Come on. We're so close, you can rest in a minute. 5 seconds. 2, 1. Let's go. That's got to be the last stop. I hate to be that guy. I really do. But you're doing so well. Honestly, given that you did this last week, this is amazing. We have just come through mile 12, which means we've got 1 mile to go. Bun is in all kinds of pain, and I am being cruel and making him keep going. We are having the occasional walk stop, but it's okay.
No, you like
that guy obviously hasn't watched my video about the fines, so let's hope he doesn't get one. Running on cobbles again, which are absolutely brutal on every joint. Under 1 mile. Under 1 mile. So at some point we will turn a corner and we will be heading towards the finishing line, which is by the famous Colosseum. What a place to finish a race. But for now, we've still got 0.9 miles. So we're just going to keep on plowing through. We are at 12.5 miles, half a mile to go, half a mile to go. Bun is fighting like a trooper. .7 miles. I just saw a glimpse of the Colosseum, which means that we are really close. It is straight ahead of us. I know I said this last week and it jinxed it, but there is no stopping now. 12.82 miles. Hey dude, there's a Pokemon over there. I mean, what the heck? Right, come on dude. We've literally got 300 yards. As you can see, Colosseum straight ahead of us. Let's get this done, because I am absolutely starving. Bun, you have done incredibly. To do this 1 week after the Bournemouth Half Marathon is a feat of physical performance. Yeah, I know, I'm finding it easy, but I am a feat also of physical performance. So this is it. Is that the finish line? That's the finish line. Okay, come on dude, let's do this. Actually, that's not the finish line. That is the almost finish line. Keep it up, keep it up. That's it, keep it going, guys. Keep it going. Allez, allez, allez. That's it, keep it going. We thought this was the finish line, but it's not. Very disappointing. Come on, dude, you got this. Okay, just keeping our eyes peeled for the guy in the wheelchair. We just don't want him to beat us. Come on, dude. Come on. Mile 13. Just a big push here now. Just a big push. I really want my lunch. We weren't expecting an uphill at the finish. That's it, dude. You're doing so well. I reckon this is the last corner, and if it's not this one, then it'll be the next one. Okay, I see the finish line now. Come on. And there's the Colosseum. We are on the finishing straight. Byrne is ploughing towards the finishing line, and I'm going to go behind him and follow him up to there. That's it, dude. That's it. He's doing so well. He is literally using every ounce of energy that he has got to get up to the Colosseum for the end of the Wizz Air Rome Half Marathon. What a fucking legend. We got this. And we are finished. All right. We have finished, dude. Well done. That was tough. What you can see right there is passion and energy and commitment. Not giving up. Byrne, you're a freaking legend. Let's go find some medals and some pizza. Byrne is cooked like a goose. You can see Colosseum just there. What a place to finish a run. What we need to find now is a medal. Yeah. That's it. That's it. Oh, grazie. Here it is. Another medal. Another weekend. Byrne?
Totally worth it.
Totally worth it?
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah?
That was hard work.
That was hard work. Just getting the medal was hard work. We have probably spent as long trying to get the medal as we did running the actual half marathon. So that is it. We have finished the Rome half marathon. We've got our medals, we've eaten bananas, and Byrne is a broken man. I know that he's a broken man because I just asked him what he wanted for lunch, and he said he can't even think about lunch right now. He's too tired.
Just want to cry.
He just wants to cry. He wants to go home and lie in the bed and just snuggle. And I've told him that we are going to get food. We're going to go and get an ice cream first, and then we're going to think about that. But Byrne, how did he go, man?
That was tough. Everything hurt from like kilometer 5, so it wasn't fun at all. Yeah, very, very different to yesterday. I think we came out, started a lot faster.
Yeah.
Right, but then everything just started hurting like almost instantly. So
Yeah.
Just couldn't settle into a pace at all.
Yeah. And of course, when Byrne says yesterday, he means last week.
Yeah, that's right.
So I think we finished about 4 minutes slower than we did last week. I could tell pretty early on that Byrne was in a hard way. We stopped a lot more. It was warmer, that would have had something to do with it. But Byrne was clearly in pain as well, feet hurting. You know, doing a half marathon once is a big deal. Doing it twice in 2 weeks is huge. So, well done, Dave.
Excellent.
I'm proud.
Oh, thanks.
We've had pleasure. We've had a really good time, and you know what? It is just great miles, great experience. And we are now going to go and get some food. We're going to get some ice cream, and then we're going to have steak free, pizza, sandwiches, tiramisu, and some of those like deep fried what is it?
Arancini balls.
Arancini balls. we're going to party, and then we fly home to England tonight, and then pretty much all eyes for me are going to be on London Marathon 2025. So if you want to keep up with the story, if you want to keep up with the journey, do like and subscribe. Follow on Instagram and on Strava at PKS Runs, and I'll see you in the next video.